Hello, welcome. It's me again, Teacher Alicia, and I brought with me Miss Cora. She is going to help me with our craft we're going to do today. We're going to show you how to make something very spring-like. It's something you find in spring a lot. One of my kids is studying these in school. He's in kindergarten, and they start out as one thing and then transform into a different thing that's prettier. Does anyone have a guess on what we're going to make today? Anyone? Anyone? I don't think they know. Do you think they know?
No.
I guess since you don't know, we'll tell you. Okay, so we're gonna be making beautiful butterflies today. Aren't these so fun? So we're gonna be making these butterflies today. We're gonna teach you how. So let's talk first about what we will need. Miss Cora, can you please show our friends what they need today?
Today you're gonna need pipe cleaners,
You'll only need one, but we have we like color variety, so.
scissors, markers,
Any color, you'll want a bunch of different colors is best.
pencils that are not sharpened, I guess.
They can be sharpened if that's all you have. That's just what we had. You will also need coffee filters. This is super important because that's what the butterflies are made out of. So coffee filters is your number one supply need. So coffee filters. You will also want a spray bottle. We just have water in this. If you don't have a spray bottle, you could also just kind of drip it on with your fingers, the water that we show you later. So it's not the end of the world if you don't have this. But if you have a spray bottle, get some water in it and have that ready. And then you will also need, for a little bit later, we have a cookie sheet here. And we're going to show you in a little bit what you'll need that for. So that's just, again, if that'll help with like the cleanup and the mess part of this. So when you do your water spraying, you're not spraying and getting your markers everywhere. One thing Cora forgot to mention is that the markers need to be washable. That's super important because that's why they will have the effect that these butterflies end up with, which is kind of that tie-dye look. We love the tie-dye look, don't we? And so this is, you get that because they're not water. They are, what is
Washable.
Washable. Washable, that's what I'm trying to think of. Washable markers so that the water then kind of makes it spread. Okay, so this is what you're gonna do very first, friends. I'm gonna set this butterfly aside. So you will need a coffee filter. You need 2 total in order to make one butterfly. So one trick you can do, you could color each of these individually. That's one option. Another option is you can color just one of them and then layer them when you do your water spraying part, and it will bleed through to the bottom one so that they are identical. If you want to do if you want them to look a little different, then you would want to do one of each. So Cora's got one out there and I have one here, and we're gonna just get busy coloring these. Let me show you a few types of shapes that you could try doing on here. And the more color you put on your coffee filter, the more colorful your butterfly will end up. So you're going to end up kind of ruining your design. So your designs aren't necessarily like the most important part, but it will kind of help you to like have, a little bit of a variety of different shapes and stuff in there. So let me just show you what I'm doing here. So I'm doing these kind of triangles around the edges, and I'm just going to keep going like that. And then I'll add in other colors and other shapes. So now I'm going to take a different color. I'm going to take pink this time, and I'm just going to do some scribblies like this. See, I got a few of those, and I would probably just finish all of that around. I'm going to show you a few other ideas. I could do different shapes inside than the other triangles and then fill them in. And again, see, notice how I'm not doing anything very perfect. We don't want it to be perfect because it actually is fun when it's not. So, and then maybe you could do some circles. Think about different types of patterns you see on butterflies. That might help you to get your brain going. One thing I also forgot to mention is when you're working with the coffee filters, you'll want to put a piece of paper underneath it because otherwise it just goes right through them. See, both sides have it. And you'll end up getting it all over your table. And then your mom's going to be mad at me, and I don't want that. So use a piece of paper underneath. So you're gonna just keep filling it up with, you could do however many colors you really want. That marker did not work great. It was not a good marker, but that's okay. So I'm gonna keep going. And like I said, you just wanna fill it all up. So we're gonna get busy. We're gonna do a bunch of designs. We'll show you how ours turn out once we finish coloring. All right, here we go. Awesome. Okay, so here's how ours turned out. I did 2 different ones. Cora went with the one method, so she's gonna end up laying hers and layering it, and then we will see how it bleeds through. So I'll have 2 different ones here. So this is now what you wanna do. You will take your coffee filters. For Cora, she's gonna layer it, remember? So she wants a white one. She's gonna put it right underneath it like that. Perfect. And then you're gonna take your cookie sheet. If you don't have a cookie sheet, one other option you could do would be to probably just put like a few layers of paper towel down, or go outside somewhere where it wouldn't matter if it gets wet. And the main thing is it will get wet underneath, but it will also bleed through some of the marker. So, okay, so we have Cora's here. We'll do hers first. So she has the colored one and then the white layered underneath there. And we're gonna put it flat on here. And then you're gonna just spray, kind of keep it back, and you're gonna spray. You do not need a ton of water, so keep moving it around. You wanna make sure the whole thing gets wet, but not soaked. You don't need it to get soaked in order for it to do the effect. That's great. Just, and a little bit more right here. Perfect. And then you can see it's making them right away. It's gonna make them bleed. Actually, we need to make sure that yours are touching. So let's you need a little bit more water. When you're doing the one where it's gonna bleed through to the other one underneath, you will wanna get probably a little bit wetter than I will with mine when it's individuals. That's great. Okay, so we're gonna see, so you can see now what it looks like after the water's on there. See how the colors are all spreading around. And then now, Cora has a paper towel right there. Can you reach that? And I'm going to, okay, so we're gonna let these dry. So I'm gonna put it here, and I'm gonna pat it a little bit like this so that we really press down those colors to bleed through to the one underneath. So let me show you now how, so this is the top one, and then we're gonna take that off, and then you can see how it bled through to the other one. So it's there, it's just a little bit lighter. So that one now is ready to just wait and dry. Now I'm gonna take my 2 that I have. Remember, I did mine individual, so I'm not gonna layer them. You could if you wanna make more butterflies. It's one way to just get them done. They're pretty fun. And I'm gonna spray my water on there. And like that, let it all kind of soak and get wet. I love watching how the colors just start bleeding right away. You just don't need even very much to get that to start happening. Okay, so that you can see, dun, 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 mine's bleeding through on that one, and again on this one. So now we just need to let them dry. So we're just gonna let them dry for a little bit. So we're gonna put them to the side, and we will be back in just a little bit to show you how to put them together. Okay, so now you have your dried coffee filters. It's been about 20 minutes or so since we sprayed them. Doesn't take long for them to dry. So they're all dry now. And what we're gonna do is you're gonna take one at a time, and you're gonna fold them accordion. So what that would mean is you would take just this one edge of it and fold it over about a 1/2 inch like this, and really crease it down. So you have your fold like that. And then what you will do is you're gonna flip it over. You're gonna take that same spot where you folded, and now you're gonna fold it up to about the same distance. So you'll see that's there. And then once you do that, you're gonna flip it over again. And you're just gonna keep doing that same thing. You're gonna fold it up that same distance after you flip. So it makes them fold back and forth. So I'll show you in a second here as I keep flipping and folding, flipping. How are you doing, Cora?
Good.
Oh yeah, look at that. And folding And then the last one, we'll just fold down there. So you end up with it looking like that. If I can get a hold of it, I'll show you. So it ends up looking like this. So accordion style. Okay, and then you're gonna leave them, you're gonna use them like this in just a moment. So you wanna do the exact same thing now with your next one. All right, so you're gonna just do your folding it up a little bit and then flip it. Folding it and flipping it. Okay, so now we have our two pieces that are both accordion folded, and you're gonna take one and you're just gonna stack the other one right on top of it. Make sure they're just right stacked like this, okay? And you're gonna pick out whatever pipe cleaner color you would like. I'm gonna do purple. What color are you gonna do? She's going for the pink. Okay, so then you're gonna see, you'll wanna go find the middle of your accordion. So it's like right in this area, and you're going to just start with your pipe cleaner and you're gonna fold it over it like this. Try and get it centered if you can, but it's gonna end up, and again, we will probably snip off a little bit of this, so it won't be a big deal if it's, see how mine's kind of not completely straight, but that's okay. So it ends up like this. Whoa, it's okay. Did you get it? And you want it, you can just leave your, it flat like this. So if you can just fold it in half, press it like that. See how it now is ready. Okay. Now, once you get it like this, you just want to put a good twist in it at the top like this. So it's bendy, so it'll hold really nicely then when you twist it. So I kind of wrapped it maybe twice, did a quick little twist. Now, these are going to serve as your antennas. So once you've done that, they'll be able to fold upward like this, and you will eventually be folding these out to be the wings. So now you're going to take, this is what the pencil was for. The pencil helps you to make them kind of curly. You could do it with your fingers if you don't have a pencil handy. But, oh, actually, I think I'm gonna cut mine a little bit first. So see how tall they are, and they're not even. So I am going to just snip off, I think, just a little bit of mine, and then make sure that they're, so I didn't cut off a lot. I kind of like how they're tall and wispy, so now that gives me more to work with. So I like taking them and I'm gonna curl them outward so that the curl kind of goes out this way. I'm just gonna do one like that, and then this one will be the same. It'll curl outward. Dun, 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 dun. See how that looks. Okay, so you can see that they're getting all curly. How's Cora's coming? That's so cute. Okay, so now you have it like this, and now all you have to do is fan out the wing part. So you just kind of pull on them lightly so that they don't get ripped. And see, then you're just opening that fan you created like so. And then you get to see all the fun designs that your coffee filters turned into with the water going on them. And dun, 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 just like that, you have an adorable little butterfly. I love it. Cora, let me see yours. Nice. Show the camera so your friends can see it. And then they can fly all over the place. Awesome. Well, I hope you have fun making these butterflies, and if you end up making some, you should have your parents take a picture of them and share that with us by tagging at FC Foursquare, and then we can see those on hopefully on Instagram or Facebook or whatever social media avenue your parents are on. So have fun making these. Have a great day, guys. We love you and miss you. Bye.